guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is just going to be a chit chat about an experience that I recently had with trying to get my faux locks in. Anyone who's known me, my mom, my boyfriend, my sister, everyone knows that I have been absolutely positively obsessed with faux locks, and I really wanted to get them installed for the fall. And so I did all my research. I looked them up, how to install them, all that kind of stuff, because I was originally just going to go ahead and get them done myself, just do them myself. But then I decided, that's a lot of time. This isn't really my specialty. Maybe I'll just go to someone who's experienced and knows how to do it. And so that's what I did. I found a girl locally here who had plenty of pictures and positive reviews on her style seat. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try because I really want this protective hairstyle. And so set up the appointment, everything went fine. I was rescheduled the day that I went. It was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, but it ended up being at 3, which was, whatever. I was getting my locks done. I was so excited. So I wasn't even really too worried about that. Get to the place, sit down, everything's fine. She starts braiding my hair. And as you guys know, one of the most popular ways to do faux locks with Marley hair, not necessarily the yarn, but Marley hair, is to just go ahead and braid your hair down and then twist around the actual synthetic braid with the Marley hair, creating a lock. I've seen it 1,000 times on YouTube from some of my faves, Yolanda Renee and Dear Natural. So or Natural 85 if you don't watch her vlog channel. But so I totally was familiar with the process, and she was doing everything totally fine. I didn't start to have any concerns until I realized that my scalp was so tight. And y'all, I'm not a stranger to getting my hair done. I have had braids, synthetic braids, hair extensions, whatever. I've had sew-ins. I've had my hair braided down for wigs. Like, I am no stranger to having my scalp pulled for stuff. But this was like another level of scalp pullage that I was not anticipating and I was not ready for. And so we got 3/4 of the way done. Or actually, I got 1/3 of the way done. We finished 3/4 of the way. Just a little hint to the future before she had to stop because we ran out of hair and I was supposed to come back the next day. But during the first third of it, just the outer rim of it, I was just let her know, like, hey, I'm really sensitive around my scalp and the crown of my area, which I think most people are. And I was like, if you could just be a little more sensitive around those areas, that would be great. Because number one, I don't care how cute a protective style is, you want to have your hair when it's all done with. You want your hair to be healthy. That's the whole point of having a protective style. It's supposed to protect your hair. And so I was like, yeah, around the edges, around the crown, girl, just be nice and then we're cool. And so she was like, okay, I get what you're saying, but I've already put in the braid, so I can't really do anything any less tight. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not asking you to redo the braid. I just want you to just be careful around the edges of my hair because it's just a really sensitive area. And y'all, the communication just was not there, because by the time we got done from that 1/3 to the 3/4, it was just, my head was in so much pain, and they were really, really long. She told me because my hair was a certain length because I just wanted them to be like right at my bra strap. But she was like, they'll probably just have to be longer because of the length of your hair. And I was like, okay, whatever. I just don't want them too long. You guys, they were way longer than I expected. And you know how you're not looking in a mirror, so you don't realize it until you actually walk out and feel the hair and all that kind of stuff. My head was so heavy and they were so stiff, and I knew that originally when you first get them installed, there's a chance that they're going to be super stiff for the first couple of days or whatever, as the hair loosens up and everything becomes a little more fluid. So I anticipated stiffness, but I did not anticipate having like sticks being like, the best way to explain it is it really felt like there was just weight off of my scalp and I could not move the hair. I couldn't manipulate it in any type of way, and so I was just really concerned. So it was probably a blessing in disguise that we ran out of hair. By the way, we ran out of hair. I had 7 packs of, is it Canicolon? I think it's Canicolon. Y'all, put it in the bottom below what you call it, but we call it Canicolon. 7 packs of Canicolon and 7 packs of the long Marley hair or reggae hair, Caribbean kinky twist, whatever you call it. Had all that stuff. So that was a lot of hair, and the fact that I had to come back with even more bothered me because my head was already so heavy. And so on that night, let me not even front with you guys, it was the worst. Like I said, I've had braids before where it's uncomfortable. So there's an aura of discomfort there. Like you feel uncomfortable. However, there's never been a point where I was just in straight up pain, and I was in straight up pain with this particular install, and so I knew that was not right away. I just knew that wasn't going to be a good thing. So the next day, tried to give it a try for at least 12 hours. The next day, I was like, okay, let me go ahead and give it a try. Went out and about, did some shopping. I took a buttload of Advil so that I didn't have to feel anything. That morning in the shower, I was doing the whole hot water to the edges thing. And one of the signs that I knew that this was just not properly installed was that my edges had pulled back so much that they were beginning to have those little bumps around them, and the hairs were just pulled so taut. Like it was just not, this is not a good thing. And so that's just a telltale sign of you not having a proper install, even with any other extension or anything. If your edges or your hair is just so tight and your scalp is so tight that you can't stand the pain, and if you're looking at your edges and they are just pulled so tight that they don't even look like edges anymore, like it looks like they snatched you back, like girl, that's not a good thing. And that's exactly what I was looking like. And so throughout that second day, I guess it wasn't even full 24 hours after I'd gotten them 3/4 done, I texted her and I was like, look, I'm not going to be returning to have the rest of them installed. In fact, I think I'm going to have to take these out because they're just really too tight for me. And I'd expressed to you that they were being too tight when they were being done. I tried to give it a chance, and you know, no slight to you, but that's just not something that my head can handle. And you know, as a client, you have the right to say those types of things if you aren't comfortable with how things are going. I know it's weird because it's like this lady's putting all this work and you've given her this money and things, but let me just tell you, no amount of money is going to cover you losing your edges, girl. And it's not cute to not have edges. And so you just have to be vocal about your needs, vocal about your sensitivities, because at the end of the day, you have to live with the hairstyle. And at the time, I was just not willing to live with my edges being snapped back like that. I just was not. And then my scalp, you guys, I just tell you, like, it was literally on like 1 to 10, and level 1 to 10, it was at 15. I was in so much pain. And so the next night, which I guess would make it a full 24 hours, I was like, okay, well, I watched enough YouTube videos. Perhaps I can just finish the rest of myself, take the ones in the front out, and just redo them myself. But you guys, I went to bed that night thinking that the next morning I would just be okay, finish the middle myself, and at least have locks. They wouldn't be as pretty, because guys, they were really pretty when she did them. They wouldn't be as pretty, but at least I would have the style that I wanted. But I could not take it. That night, I couldn't lay my head down because things were just so tight. I couldn't lay my head down, and then it was too much. And so at 11 o'clock at night, I got my butt up, I went to the bathroom, and I started snipping. I snipped the ends, and I just started unraveling the hair, because it just was not worth it to me to be in that type of pain. And additionally, I'm a type of person that I'm extremely active during the week. I exercise after work almost every day, so that's almost 5 days a week of heavy cardio, hit high intensity workouts, and I just don't want to have to be uncomfortable in my day-to-day, and especially when I'm working. You know, I work in a market where I'm dealing with high dollar amounts and communication with clients all day, and it's just not fair to them and myself to not be in the right state of the mind because I'm uncomfortable with my hairstyle. Like, come on, that's not cool. And so I just went to snipping, unraveling, and so I finished a good portion of them that night. And then the next morning, I got up super early to just finish off the job. And I'll insert a video of me taking out the last few of them in the front so you guys can actually see what they looked like. Again, they were super beautiful. I think they looked great. But again, the weight of them and the tension on my scalp, to me, just wasn't worth it. So I just want to share this with you guys because I know that Faux Locs are such a beautiful protective style, and I'm so willing to try them again. Just not right now because I'm partially traumatized, and to be honest, I'll probably just do it myself. I've been doing my hair myself, except for my straightenings and then box braids for years now. I think the only person I let straighten my hair is Miss Erlinda, and the only person I let do box braids on my hair is Chenille, okay? And they know who they are. They're the only two people that I let kind of go in my hair because I think they listen. They know They know me, they know my hair, and not that I'm not willing to try somebody else, but this time it just really didn't work out for me. And so just some tips, 3 tips that I could give you right now when it comes to having any sort of install is number 1, do your research on who you will be going to. I did plenty of research on this girl. I decided to look at her style sheet and her pictures and all that kind of stuff. So that wasn't the problem. And also just know your limits. Know what you are able to take and what you aren't able to take. And it's okay to be vocal about those things because again, it's your head, it's your hair. If you want to have hair after your install, then yes, be vocal about your sensitivities. And then number 3, the money doesn't matter. You're like, whoa, Lex, the money doesn't matter. Girl, I just spent all this money. Yes, you did spend all this money. But if at the end of the day you're uncomfortable with your install, in my opinion, it's not worth it to have damage to your scalp or damage to your hair because of it. And if you're vocal with those things right up while you're getting things installed with your stylist, I'm sure that you guys can come to some sort of agreement. You can do some sort of variation of the install, or maybe there can be a refund done, because I know most stylists do not want their clients to feel like they're just unhappy with their hair. So yeah, guys, so what I have now, I literally unwrapped them, and then I had some decent, and they ain't the best, but some decent box braids underneath. So I just put some jewels in them. I'll probably just rock this for 2 weeks until I decide what to do next. But if nothing else, I got something out of the deal. But again, no amount of money that I lost was going to be comparative to how I felt every day and my ability to move about and be Lex, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any tips and tricks for doing faux locks at home, please let me know. Again, I'm probably going to try to do them myself sometime soon, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really hope it was an informative video. And if you guys have any comments or questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be sharing with you guys a really quick, really inexpensive back to school makeup tutorial, because I know a lot of you are going back to school if you haven't already been back in school for at least a week already. So all of the products that I've used in this are drugstore products, all of which are under $10, and a lot of them are under $5. So I hope you guys